to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Teresa and I am documenting my knitting journey this year on YouTube. This week I am doing a podcast again because it's the end of the month and I have some things to show you. So yeah, let's get started. Grab a drink or grab your knitting and let's go to the first segment of this podcast, which is the finished objects. This month actually I have two small finished objects, and one of them is one sock, which and the other one is a whip, which seems to be a regular thing on the podcast. But yeah, I will show you the first thing that I finished. It is the Sophie Scarf by Petiteknit. It's too long to fit in the screen, so I'll try to do it like this. And it is in garter stitch with an I-cord edging. I will show you. I think everyone has seen the Sophie Scarf already because it has been very popular. I've seen a lot of photos on Instagram, and that is one of the main reasons why I wanted to make it as well, because it looked so cute and I thought I had some yarn left to make with it. I used some stash yarn for this project, which is the Knitting for Olive merino in the color putty. And I actually did this scarf 3 times because I could not get the measurements right. The first time I did the big version and I knitted it, and then when I did the other side I knitted it to the widest point, like this, and then when I knitted the other side it was way shorter, so it looked like something like this. Which was not symmetrical at all. And then I started it again, and then I made 2 mistakes which were a bit visible, so I thought I should frog it again. So then I started it the 3rd time, and I made a mix between the big size and also the small size, which worked out, but now I still have some stash yarn left, so there's like a little ball. I will show you. There's like this much left, which is so small, so I don't know what I can use this for, but yeah, at least some of it has had some good use. So now I have the Sophie Scarf to wear. Also, I'm not really using this as a scarf, but rather as a headband, because I'm not really the person who would wear a scarf like that, and I am a person who wears headbands, as you can see right now. So yeah, that's actually it for the Sophie Scarf. I'm really happy that I could use some of my stash for it, because there's a lot of yarn now in my stash that I don't really have anything for. So I'm happy that I could finally use it for something. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I would for sure recommend. I think I made this in a day, so that's really fast. So if you want to knit something really fast and see progress really fast, this is the perfect project for it. I'm also thinking about making some of the Sophie Scarves as gift knits, but yeah, I'm very busy knitting on other stuff, so I don't know if I will do it for these holidays, but maybe somewhere in the future. Okay, then the second thing that I have been working on, it made an appearance on the last podcast, and then it was a whip. Now I finished the first one of 2, which is the Kuntum socks from Amelia Putri. And it is this. It is a lace pattern. You can't really see it right now because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of colors. But there is a lace pattern in it. When you stretch it out, you can really see it. So yeah, it looks like this. I really loved working on them. I used the Schachenmayr regia print, which is a really nice sturdy yarn, and it was really fun to do. I knitted it from the 52 Weeks of Socks book, of course. If you watched me before, you know that I am working through it, and I wanted to do 8 pairs this year. This is the 5th one actually, so we'll see if I make it to 8 this year, because there's only 1 month left. But yeah, it was really fun. I used the Knit Pro Zing needles for this. I used the Knit Pro Zing 2.5mm fixed needle for it, which was really fun. I love that needle. I've used it so many times already. And now I'm working on the 2nd sock, which has been in my whip pile for like 3 weeks, because I have been working on other projects and not this sock. But yeah, I will show you, which will also be the start of my whip section. This is how far I am along with the 2nd sock. It's not that far. Also, one other thing that is a problem with this sock is that I don't have enough yarn to finish it. I have like this much yarn to finish it, and I have to do like a whole lot more of this part, and then the heel and the foot, and I'm not gonna make it. So I have to order another skein of yarn. But the thing is that actually I don't want to order 1 skein of yarn from the yarn store that I order it from, because there are like €5 shipping costs for just 1 ball of for 1 skein of yarn. It would be €5 for the skein of yarn, and then another €5 for the shipping cost, which is ridiculous. So I have been waiting to get some yarn from that store for another project, but I haven't bought anything yet. So this is still waiting in the whip pile until I can find some new yarn to buy, and then take this one as well. So yeah, it has been sitting there, but yeah, it will be continued when I get the other skein, which is not now, unfortunately. But yeah, there's no deadline on it, so we'll see in the future when I pick it up again. Then my next whip is actually a very fun one, because I have been selected to test knit something for Mia from Anxious Girl Knits on Instagram, and it has been really fun. It is the Oopsie Daisy set, and it is a set of a shrug and a camisole. I will put a photo somewhere here. And it was really fun to do, because it was my first time test knitting and also my first time doing color work. So I will show you. It is knitted flat, so I will try to get the shape right as good as possible. It's this is the shrug, so I will try to make it fit. And these are the, and here are the, here's the sleeve. And it's going to be very fun, because here there will also be an I-cord edge, and here as well. And then at the sleeve there will be like some elastic here. So it will be a bit like this, which is really cute. Yeah, I really love this project. It is knitted flat, which I'm not really used to doing. I'm just looking at it in the camera and it looks just so cool. But yeah, it is knitted flat and I'm not used to doing that. So I think I will do the next sleeve in the round, because it is possible to do it in the round, I think. I have to check with her. But yeah, it is knitted in the flat now, and then I have to seam it like this. And then it is a sleeve. But I feel like it would save so much time if I just knit it in the round from the beginning. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to ask her that. We have an Instagram group where we can ask all the questions and give the feedback and everything. So that has been really fun. It has to be finished, I think, the 8th of December. So I will have to make a picture of the finished project and post it on the 8th. So yeah, if you want to see the finished project on the 8th of December, it will be on my Instagram as well. It was a really fun project to do because I could learn a new technique, and I did the color work with Fair Isle knitting, which I looked up on YouTube how to do. And it was really fun to do, but also it was very difficult to get the right tension right away, because the floats could so easily be too tight for some reason. When I did a swatch the first time, I had like, instead of 10 by 10 centimeters, it was 10 by 6. So the width was 6 centimeters and the length was 10. So that was not at all meeting gauge, and I was very confused by how other people would get 10, and I tried with a different needle, and also that one didn't really make the gauge any better. And then I knitted really loose and pulled the stitches very far apart when I did the floats. And then I hit gauge, so that's where I am now. I'm doing it very loose, and it's working out until now. The back of the work is looking like this, which is really which looks really interesting. But yeah, I have to sew in all the threads and everything, and then I think it will look really neat. Also, I have never wore a shrug in my life, so we'll see if I'm really going to wear this a lot. I feel like this set is more something that you would wear if you're going out to something cool. And it is a little bit cold, but also not really, because this is also a bit warm. Yeah, it is a bit warm because it is a really thick yarn. It is the I don't know if did I mention the yarn? I don't think so. It is the Drops Air, and I used the colors Coral and Natural. I actually wanted to knit this in black and white, but for some reason I was struggling so much to get this yarn. At first I wanted to order it at the yarn shop where I could get the Schachenmayr yarn for the sock that I showed you before. But they were sold out for both the black and the white. So I put in an alert and asked them if they could alert me when it would be back. But yeah, I waited for like a few days and it wouldn't come in. So I'm like, I have to get started because it is a test knit and there is a deadline. So I looked on another shop, another web shop, and they also did not have the black yarn, but they did have the white one. And then also it was cheaper on that website, so that was great. But I did want the black one, so I messaged them on Instagram and asked them when they thought the black yarn would come in. And they messaged me back very quickly, and they said the black yarn would be coming in like a week and a half later, which would mean that I had a week and a half less time of knitting the piece. And I was like, oh, I don't think that would be a wise decision to do. So I thought to myself, oh, that is a bit too late, because then I would have too little time to make it, because I don't think I will be able to make it in 2 weeks, because I don't want to knit on it all the time. I want to do other projects as well. So yeah, I was looking further and I was looking at the other colors, and I thought I wanted to do pink. Because pink is one of my favorite colors, of course, but I didn't know which one. And then at one point I was like, I want to do powder pink, which reminded me a bit of the dusty pink one from Knitting for Olive, which I really liked. But then I was like, maybe the contrast won't be too noticeable. So I went for a bit of a darker pink, and then I also had like 2 colors that I wanted to choose from. And this was all in like 2 days. I was thinking about it for 2 whole days, and going from one color to another. And at one point I was like, I'm just gonna go for it, and then I ordered it. And it came in, and I was very happy when I saw the color in real life. And that's the story of how it became the coral one. Yeah, so I'm very happy with it in the end. Also, the drops air is so soft. It is like knitting with a cloud. So I'm very happy with that. The shrug is also very soft. I can't wait to have it like all sewed up and really try it on, because I don't really see how the fit would be on me. At first also I thought it was going to be too small, because I am knitting a size 3 and I did all the measurements right and stuff. But at first I felt like the shoulders may be a little bit too small, but then you also have to knit a little bit of the shoulder with the sleeve. So it extended for a bit. And also the sleeve may be a little bit too short, especially when I am going to scrunch up a little bit elastic. But yeah, we'll have to see. It is a process. I'm just testing it, and I'm also fine with it maybe being a little bit shorter. Yeah, after the shrug is finished, I have to knit the cami. And it is a possibility to make it longer as well, as a short cropped one. And I'm not really sure which one I want to do, because I love the look of a cropped top on a high-waisted jeans, but also it is a bit too warm to wear in warm weather. So then it would be better, I think, to have a long camisole to not be too exposed to the cold. But yeah, a lot of stuff to think about, and a lot of knitting to do. But I'm very happy that I was chosen, and very grateful. It was one of my goals of this year to do some test knitting, so I'm very happy that I got to reach it before the end of the year, and also that I learned to do color work. One of the things that I have to note with color work is that your yarn gets so tangled, at least mine does. Which is really annoying some of the time, because when I'm just relaxed, sitting on the couch and trying to relax and knit a little bit, and my yarn gets tangled all the time, it's a bit annoying. But yeah, it is something that I can handle. I'm very happy with the result until now. I will keep you posted with the progress, of course, and if you want to buy the pattern, you can also keep updated on the Instagram of Mia from Anxious Girl Knits, of course. She posts updates about it, and she will release it the 8th of December. So go check her out. She has a lot of very cool patterns. Not only this one, but also one of her patterns, the drip sweater, which I saw before, is very cool. So I would definitely recommend checking her out. So yeah, I think that's it for the Oopsie Daisy set. If I really like this and wear this a lot, I think I will probably remake this in black and white, because I just love that idea, and I think that would be a cool look as well. But yeah, I think that's it for the Oopsie Daisy set. One last look at it. I will give you one last show of it. So the shrug with the sleeve. And the next podcast I can show you the full thing on, so that's very exciting, and I can't wait to have it finished as well, because I'm really excited to see how it will look. Then actually my last whip is something that also has some new techniques for me, because I had to buy some buttons for this one, and I had to make some buttonholes. So I will show you what it is. It is the Gemma Polo from Cookie the Knitter. I will try to get the bands really visible. I have 2 double knitted bands on the sides, and one of them has the buttonholes that I was talking about. So as you can see, it has some buttonholes. And it has been really fun to do something new. And it has been really fun to figure out how to do it, because with the buttonholes as well, I did it 3 times before I did it right, because the first time I didn't really get how it was done, and I read the pattern and I couldn't really understand it. And she has videos of the difficult parts in her pattern that you can watch. But also on the video they were going so fast, and they were also knitting continental, so I couldn't really see it, and I was struggling. And I looked at my buttonhole and it just looked like it shouldn't look like that. So I tried it again, and then it looked a little bit more like a buttonhole, but also not really. And then I tried it again, and then I saw that the first step that I thought I had right was wrong. I had to go back and forth, and I just went, I did the whole row twice or something. Yeah, I don't know if I can tell that much about it without revealing the pattern, but yeah, it went wrong 3 times. But yeah, I did not give up, and I did it the 3rd time, and the 3rd time was the charm, and it worked out. One thing I have to say is there is such a difference between the 2 button bands. Like the band without the buttonholes is so straight and so neat. I will show you. It looks like this, and then the one with the buttonholes is like a little bit wonky. So you can see like where the buttonhole is, there's like a little bit of a curve. I don't know if it's like, I will try to get it sharp. So there is like a curve, and like here as well there's a curve. So that's a little bit of a shame, I feel like, because when I did the other button band I thought, oh, that looks so professional and so nice, and with this one I feel like it looks a little bit more handmade. But yeah, it's fine. It's not that big of a disturbance. I feel like I can live with it, because if I could not live with it I would have done it again until I liked it. But it's so much work to do the double knitting for the whole button band, so I'm good with it. Also I'm now working on the color, and the color is also worked in double knitting, and it's taken me like 500 years to do it. It is now, I'm this far and I have to do like 10 centimeters of this, and this is only 2 centimeters, and it took me, I think, like a day to do this. Not a whole day of knitting, but a day of working on this. So yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a pain, but yeah, it is fine. I used the drops merino unicolor for this in the color pistache and natural. And I was searching for the right yarn for this project for so long, because I wanted to buy it in Barcelona at first. But I couldn't find the right color that I really liked, and also I wanted it to be soft and not prickly, and I couldn't find the right yarn, and I was looking everywhere, and I never really felt that click that I thought, oh, that's gonna be it. But then I went back to the merino unicolor extra fine that I used before. But the thing with it was that I didn't really like it that much, because I used it for the silly slip over from Petiteknit and also the Ingrid sweater from Petiteknit, and I didn't really like the texture of it that much. So at first I didn't really want to buy it for this one, but I have to say I'm actually really happy with it. You can see the stitches very well. Like there is the stitch definition is so good on this one. I will show you. And that has been just really good with picking up stitches, because you can see them very clearly. Also the back looks really nice. It has this stripe like this knitted stripe on the back, which I thought was really nice, and on the shoulder, which I felt like gave it a really nice look, because there is not that much texture going on with this one. It's just stockinette in stripes. But yeah, I really liked it. I'm really into it. I'm knitting this English style because this definition is so good. You can really see it when I knit continental, because I feel like when I knit continental, my stitches are not that clean as they are with English knitting, so you can really see it. So I chose to not do it this time. I feel like I did the most of the difficult parts, so the button bands and all the shaping. So now I only have to do the double knitted collar. I have to finish, I have to do the sleeves, and I have to finish the body to the right length. But that's gonna be very easy. It's just straight on stockinette in the round for the sleeves and the body, and for the double knitted collar you just have to do the knit slip one. So that's very cool. So yeah, I think that's actually it for this Gemma Polo. For the last part, acquisitions, I don't really have a lot, but I will show you the buttons that I bought for the Gemma Polo. They are these buttons. So yeah, there are some nice wooden buttons that I will have to put on the button bands. And also I bought a new row counter, because I lost my last one on the bus when I went to Barcelona. But yeah, I bought a new one. It arrived in a new color. It is this little blue one, and I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I think that actually will be it for this podcast. This is not a very long one, but I think I have updated you guys on everything that I've been working on. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I am going to edit this podcast now. If you like the video, give it a like, of course. If you want to keep updated on my knitting journey, please subscribe. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time.